afternoon, I'm Terry Sopcat, and it is 20 to 3 on Tuesday, the 20th of November, and I'm with the wonderful Cass Lewis.
Hello.
Chez Lewis, how you doing?
I'm alright, my friend, how are you?
Good, thank you. So we're going to have a little chat about music and your career and what you're up to. So
While I cook.
while you cook, exactly, and I'm going to watch and take some tips as well.
Okay, good.
So we've known each other about 20 years.
Yeah.
And you're like a Ladbroke Grove guy, and so tell me, what was it like when you were growing up as a child? You from the area?
Yeah, it was Carnival Central.
Right.
When I grew up in Ladbroke Grove, it was all about the carnival. Carnival used to run all night. It was mainly Irish, black and Africans.
Right.
In Notting Hill, where I was. And, you know, that made for quite a toxic blend. But it was cool. I loved it.
So was there any particular sound systems you go to and listen to when you and your friends were hanging out at Carnival? Or, you know, particular music, you hear some reggae tunes? And...
Well, you know, obviously if you grew up in Ladbroke Grove, you heard reggae music, you heard all kinds of music all over the place. I can't remember the names of sound systems when I was that young because that was a bit over my head at the time. You know, what the names of the sound systems were. Because you've got to remember, when Carnival was worth going to, yeah, I would have been in single figures. Do you know what I mean? So,
Okay.
yeah.
So what music was music played in your household when you were growing up?
Of course, every West Indian family had a big radiogram.
Right.
We had a big old radiogram, you know those big things that look like that, this wide. I had a radio on it, and then there was a big cupboard in it where all the records got kept, and there was a turntable in there, yeah. And I remember the record selection inside the gram, as if I was there now.
Wow.
I remember we had Mary Hopkins on single on the Apple label. Those were the days, my friend. We had the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We had What Is Soul, the compilation with Sam and Dave and Wilson Pickett and Otis Redding. We had Jumpin' Jack Flash, Rolling Stones. We had, what's the name of the guy who used to play the saxophone? Akabilk?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, there was lots, and so the first albums I used to play on heavy rotation because that's what I had access to was Sgt. Pepper's.
Nice.
Was one of my favourite albums, and the What Is Soul album. It was ironic because my dad used to love this clarinet player. Can't remember what his name is. And I used to hate the sound of clarinet, and lo and behold, that was the first instrument I learned to play.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from that you went on to like, when did you first like hear the bass in records or see a musician play the bass and think, oh, it looks cool? I love it.
I always heard the bass in records because I used to love going clubbing and dancing. And so it was always the drums and the bass, And so when I was at school, I wanted to be a drummer. And I even went as far as buying my first drum kit, a Tama drum kit, with no experience, of course. And when I went to buy the drum kit, the salesman in the shop asked me where I was going to have it delivered, where I was going to practice, and I hadn't even thought about where I was going to practice on the drum kit. Don't. So I didn't get the drum kit in the end. No, bass playing. I didn't really check it as a real option. I love bass lines. From Eddie Kendrick's Keep On Trucking. Chewy, go and lie down. And yeah, I always used to hear the bass line in tracks, but it was when my best friend took up bass, I started playing bass.
And was that Mikey from
Culture Club?
Culture Club. So he taught you how to play bass?
No, he didn't teach me.
Okay. He showed you?
No.
Okay.
He just let me play his bass.
Oh, cool. That's very good.
No, because we used to hang out all the time, so it was always in his bedroom. He was a far more accomplished bass player than I was. He was actually playing in a band and I'd never played a bass before. And so, yeah. So, and he didn't have time to teach me anything. busy.
Right.
You know. So.
So when did you start listening to rock music? You said you obviously started with Sgt. Pepper's.
And Jack Flash, Rolling Stones. Well, actually, to be honest, when I was at school, I used to go to Whiteley's after school. Remember Whiteley's?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I had a great record store at Whiteley's.
Did they really? Okay.
Yeah, that's where I bought my first album.
Oh wow. Which was?
Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and the Comics.
Good choice. Okay.
Yeah, I know, it's sad, isn't it? What kind of black boy from Labrador are you?
Still a great record though.
Oh, fucking great, yeah. And it was way past my, you know, it's not like it was a new album when I bought it.
Right.
I'm not that old. But yeah. I bought that. I bought an Elvis Presley album. The first time I really started getting into black music, apart from all the dance stuff, because you know, when we were going to clubs, all of that. But the first band that really caught my attention was Parliament Funkadelic and Sly and the Family Stone.
Right.
That's when my head turned around.
Because we both got seen personally, we've been together actually, to see Larry Graham, one of the greatest bass players ever.
Yeah.
From Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah, and then there's Bootsy Collins.
Bootsy Collins.
Who's the other greatest bass player ever. And then the last one is Doug Wimbish.
Yes. I call you the Three Musketeers, Three Amigos, you and Norbert from Fishbone as well.
Oh yeah. What's it called? Afro-punk.
Afro-punk,
yeah.
That with Skunk and Anansie. So from going from there to actually learning to play the bass, so how did you meet Skin? Because you told me a story about she kept rolled up in a motorbike once is when you first met her.
No, it's the other way around. I rolled up on the motorbike.
Rolled up, okay, because you do like your bikes, of course.
I rolled up on the motorbike.
Okay.
No, that's her story about me.
Oh, I see, okay.
Skin through a mutual musician acquaintance called Elijah Bloom.
Yes, we know Elijah.
Yeah, who has just recently, his life has switched recently.
Oh.
No, for the good.
Okay, good.
Because he nearly died here, didn't he?
Yeah, wishing him all the best.
No, he's alright, he's out of hospital now.
Good.
But the most wonderful thing was that he was always an orphan all his life. No family, no this, and so now he's got 3 daughters, and he's just become a grandfather.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And he came here one night, and he had a cardiac arrest, and he died for 11 minutes.
Wow.
Right, and they were giving him CPR. Anyway, so I helped him get to the hospital, and when he's come back round, he didn't realise what had happened to him, but it's like he slipped into another dimension, because he came back round, and he's 63 years old, but his daughter, who just had a kid, decided to trace their ancestry and all of that. If she didn't find his mother, his brothers, his sisters,
oh wow,
the whole family, so he died and he came back with a world full of family.
What a fun story, and wishing him all the best.
Wishing him all the best.
So you met him, you met Skin.
And through him.
And then the initial lineup of Skunk and Anansie had a drummer called Robbie.
Robbie France, yes.
Sadly passed away. But.
Yeah.
So when you got, did you have that immediate chemistry with Skin and with Ace as well?
Ace wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Elijah Bloom was the original guitarist with a band called Mama Wild.
Okay.
Yeah, Ace came later.
But when the lineup became the 4 of you now with Mark and Ace.
Yeah.
So you came at a time when there was, you were labelled as Britpop, and you had 2 members of colour doing rock music, and you had the first thing was Selling Jesus. That must have been like.
Yeah, it was like a sharp stick in the establishment's eye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, job well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
And you immediately got, you know, popular in Europe. So why would you say, let's say, territories like Italy and Europe are more open to your music or your...
No, I think, this is only my theory, I could be wrong, but I think that we are popular anywhere there is any kind of fascist or you know, that kind of right-wing government or history. We usually appeal to the people who are reacting against it.
Right, that makes
Which
sense.
is why we're big in Russia, we're big in Poland, we're big in Italy, for our sins.
But you enjoy playing those places.
I do, of course I do, but hey, it would be nice to play somewhere where it didn't have that right-wing history
Well,
as well.
yeah, absolutely.
But you know, it's wonderful.
So you recently did your 25 by 25, celebrating 25 years of the band together,
Yeah.
which was amazing. I've met loads of members of we call them the Skunk Army, which is lovely. I've made some really great friends. But you know, it's fantastic seeing a band still in their prime, 25 years, celebrating 25 years together. And one of the best songs I've heard you guys play was This Is War. This is the new one. So what's plans for Skunk Anansie in the next year or so? Because I know you're all doing different things.
No, we've got loads of gigs. I've just been getting all of the details on gigs. We've got an October tour being set up already.
Fantastic.
For next year.
Exclusive, everyone.
Oops, sorry, I'm just releasing exclusive upon exclusive. Yeah, and God knows what festivals and stuff will be there. I don't know yet. You know, you wait till all the information comes in.
Sure, and you're still writing more. You've got plans to do like various
Yeah, we've
singles,
got writing sessions in January and February.
Great.
So
and have you recorded that song already?
Yes, we have indeed.
Fantastic.
With Mr. Tom Dalgetty, who done Royal Blood.
Oh,
and Band of Skulls, yes. It's been recorded.
Happy with the results?
Wonderful.
Because that went down really well on the tour.
No, I'll play it to you later.
Oh, wonderful.
We've got it mastered and everything's full.
So what else are you doing other than Skunk Anansie? So
well, I have a recording studio in the back of my garden. Oh, let's not put that in, eh? Let's not tell the world that Cass has got a fuck off at recording studio in the back of his garden because he don't want no visitors. Because I've got lots of knives and lots of guns.
But you're a keen photographer, so I know you like taking photos and...
No, I do like taking photos, but you know, primarily I make my living playing music. And so I've been doing some work, writing some new material, working with lots of old friends and family.
Fantastic. So thank you so much, Cass.
My pleasure, brother.
Can't wait to see you guys on tour next year.
Yeah, man, we're going to be banging.
And this is Cass Lewis from Skunk Anansie for clusterview.com.
Clusterview.
Clusterview.com, and I'm Terry Topcat. Thank you so much, Cass.
Cool, brother.